Welcome back, my friendly friends, to more Trails Beyond the Horizon. Feral Fiasco here. Last episode, we got done with... Well, we got started on helping out the friendly friends, our peoply people. Okay, I was wondering, because I was like, why is there a red thing here? But I forgot about the,
Pretty sure the GR championships are doing a dry run today.
Yeah.
I've heard they don't use the typical Z1 rigs, but modified commercial vehicles. I admit, I can see the appeal in customizing one's own ride in such a way.
Yeah.
Accepting first-timers too, right? Sounds like it'll be a blast.
Right, this is gonna be the amateur races rather than the real deal types. And they certainly don't... Well, they do look souped up, but they certainly don't look like the cars that Maxim and Aslan were driving. This is a way bigger turnout than I expected. Guess it isn't just the diehards who came to watch. If it's this popular now, GR's got a bright future ahead. Oh, hey, I recognize them. Oh, that's the guy from the, that's one of the High Bloods. Damn, nothing for it but to overtake him at the next corner. Okay, well I didn't come this far just to lose. This is right up their alley, so no wonder they're here. And that's the rest of them. All right. Woo, go Lucio, go! Push that pedal to the metal. Keep your cool, Graham. You've still got a chance to pass him. So you guys are taking part in this too, huh? So. Oh, Van. How goes it, Spriggan? Well, if it isn't Van's street racer friends, and the High Bloods of Arasion at that. I get what's going on. Amateur teams are fair game here, so you signs up with your prized rigs. Is it just your captains who are doing the actual driving? Graham and Lucio, yeah. No better stage than this to test your street racing chops, am I right? The registration limit and entry fee kept the rest of us in the stands, though. Really? I thought the High Bloods' whole thing was being kind of wealthy, but okay, well. Whatever the circumstances, the zeal to test oneself is something to be admired. So, how are the standings? Seems as though your friends have the lead over the other amateur teams. They do, but, well, you know how much those two hate to lose. So they're playing to beat not just each other, but some of the more famous teams while they're at it. Like a time attack sort of thing? Okay, I can see that. Not sure how successful they'll be, but... Isn't this still just a dry run, though? Not that there's anything wrong with being ambitious, but... Yeah, they're kind of taking it off the charts and careen over the edge. Whoa! No freaking kidding! Lucio? He's probably... I don't believe myself! Blundering this late in the game! At least it sounds like he's okay. Racer number 32, the frontrunner of the amateur teams, has made an unfortunate skid and rollover. What's this? Someone is catching up to him. And that someone... Whoa! Oh, well, hey. Oh! Crap! Now I've done it. After all the effort I spent tuning it up for tomorrow. Yeah, this thing is, A startling error in judgment sends racer number 31 crashing off the track. The two amateur teams are now losing the lead they had maintained until now, one car after another. And luckily, neither driver appears to be injured. I mean, yeah, well, I guess it could be way worse. Yeah. What are you doing out there, Lucio? Man, that scared the pants off me. One wrong move and they could have been goners. Yeah, I guess we should be so lucky. They didn't get killed. Either way, there's no coming back from this one. Didn't his name used to be something else? Hyades? They're gonna have to withdraw, landing them both in dead last. Oh, for the love of... I warned him, didn't I? The fact they got off with only light injuries is the one silver lining. Right! Given the damage sustained, however, yeah, it's not looking good. Both their rides are totaled 6 ways from Sunday. Can they even be fixed by tomorrow? Let alone tuned up on top of that. What a mess. And just before the real deal even. This is exactly why my uncle and I told him not to get too heated. Well, don't let it throw you off too much. I mean, it's not like these competitions are one and done make or break deals. Besides, having a few losses to work past only makes victory that much sweeter down the line, right? Obviously, words alone can only do so much to turn your attitude around. But the two of them made it out in one piece. They can borrow a different car, race again next year. There's options. I can even give you some advice if it comes to it. Point is, you ought to shift your gears forward, not in reverse. Well, yeah, makes sense. I'll pass that along to Graham and Lucio. At this rate, tomorrow's race is practically a wash. But that still doesn't mean we should just give up. If they do manage to figure something out, more power to them. That's perseverance right there. I suppose this is yet another facet of adolescence. Even Van bursts into life when he's talking with these kids. Alright, Ingrid, are they... Alright, so it doesn't look like their accident is actually viewable here, but... Oh well. And from here, it doesn't look like there's much else to do, so we're going to start in Riverside. Back to what we were doing. Should be Buddy Boy right there.
Get your ice cream here.
And this is... And while we're at it... No! All we can do is rely on the Spriggan being real! You're Bassett, right? I saw your request. Huh? Do you mean you're him? I mean, Van is him, but he's also literally the guy you're looking for. I believe you said the case was extremely important and could not be overlooked. I can't decide whether or not to take your case with just that. Mind giving me the details? Yes, of course. Please take a seat. This is a matter that requires your absolute discretion. I work as a manager for Edgeworth General Trading Co. And yes, yesterday, every terminal in the company locked up. We weren't able to control a single one. Didn't something like this happen with a bunch of air traffic controller towers a couple months ago, didn't it? Are you sure someone didn't just make a mistake? Positive. Because when our screens locked, a message appeared on all of them. Oh, well, that'll cinch it. We've stolen all of your company's data. Wow. If you don't pay us 1 million Mira, we'll leak everything. Sounds like Sony. Holy smokes. Doesn't leave much room for doubt. It does sound like you've been hacked. But Edgeworth General Trading Co.? They're one of the capital's biggest corporations. This is a major concern. Have you been able to confirm whether or not any data actually leaked? Let's start there, yeah. Yes, unfortunately. Since this morning, our screens have been showing the address of an illicit web auction. We noted that a part of our internal data has indeed been put up for bid. So the culprits made their demands and offered a little demonstration to boot. The bidding's almost over. If this keeps up, I'm finished. My company is finished. You look like you have some doubts. Does he smell something? You're not wrong, but before we get into that, let's review the facts. Rosette, can I hear your thoughts? As you wish. According to my understanding of the situation, this is likely ransomware, a type of hacking trick. Did you say ransomware? Yes. Simply put, is it a type of virus that demands a ransom. If the ransom isn't paid, then the system won't recover, information will be leaked, and there will be considerable damage. if it comes to light, the company will lose all the trust they've built. It really is a rather underhanded method. So that's what we're dealing with, huh? I can see why they would be distressed. What am I supposed to do? Just calm down, Mr. Bassett. We've heard about this kind of thing at the guild before. I'll admit, it's quite the troublesome crime. Jeez, just think about the expansion of skill set needed in order to become a bracer these days, or in order to be an effective bracer these days. You gotta know a lot more to stay agile in this environment. Rumors say that the majority of cases come from viruses attached to orb mail and that sort of thing. Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing that's been bothering me. This is a crime, even if it's perpetrated on the net. It'd make way more sense for you to have gone to the guild or the police. But you decided to bring it to us, a clandestine solution. That is a good point. And look at him looking all shifty. What's really going on? Meaning, you've already got an idea about what's really going on, yeah? About that, actually, the virus probably came from my own computer. Well, somebody else doing something they're not supposed to be doing on company time. Can you explain in more detail? I'm saying it's my fault. I've been gambling on the net recently. Once I tried it out, I was hooked. Okay, well actually, I'm not sure if that's any less bad. Don't tell me you were doing it at the office. Only during my breaks. I made sure I didn't go overboard and bet too much. I figured it'd be fine if I just had a little fun. But then yesterday I got an orb mail with a subject line that read winner. I opened it without thinking. And that's how the virus was downloaded. Yeah. They got Buddy hook, line, and sinker. Boy, you screwed up big time. No wonder you came to us. But don't worry, when it comes to technical stuff, you can count on our genius division. We're kind of stretching the definition of a 4 SPG here. There's just one other thing I'm worried about. According to rumors, this sort of blackmailing by ransomware got its start with Almada. I think, that does track. Didn't we have something last game, I think? Where it was like people were being forced to, that might have been earlier this game actually, forced courier action? Almada? Yes, one of their friends had a team that specialized in orbital net crime. They had developed a virus at the time that made them a huge amount of money. It wouldn't be inaccurate to suggest they're the ones behind the rise of ransomware in the Republic. Which may mean this falls under the umbrella of unfinished business. Gotta stamp out Almada wherever it rears its head, even if it's dead and gone, ostensibly. Yet, even if the organization is toast, there's a chance their know-how is still involved. So, just leaving it to the police doesn't sit well with me. So, you'll help me? We will indeed. Alright, we'll take your case. Just so you know, we can't guarantee we'll be able to solve it before your involvement gets out. You get me? It can't be helped, but please do your best to handle this delicately. You say that, but there's only so much we can do. Yeah, this time it'll be up to our tech squad. We'll have to reach out to Catcher too. Okay, yeah, and I'm sure that, like, if, actually, can you? No, because you can only have one person back at the office, so no matter what, Catcher or Rosette or both are going to be here to chime in. And whoever's not here, he'll say the opposite, I guess. Then allow me to send him the details. Seeing as this is a new kind of online crime that has yet to be addressed or regulated, I'll do what I can to get the guild to cooperate. We need to try to prevent this from spreading and getting any worse. The orbital net's a little outside of our area of expertise, but we'll do what we can to help. Then let's hash out a plan. We gotta catch this hacking prick. And so Van and his group, led by Rosette and Katra, began the search for clues that could lead them to the culprits. They discovered that the ransomware in question was so sophisticated, direct tracing of its footprints would be difficult. Instead, Van decided to bid on the company's confidential information on the illicit auction site. Oh! That's not where I thought this was going. I thought this was going to be a hacking minigame. The team would then try and see if they could reverse hack the Orbital Network page. Oh, there it is. Okay. To begin the operation, speak to Section Chief Bassett.
Commencing mission.
Quest confidential data theft started. Might as well get in there. Go ahead and strut our stuff. Oh, I'm counting on all of you. Let's begin the operation. Data link confirmed. Beginning analysis of the illicit site. The pursuit system architecture is evolving nicely. It's a variation of a process I've used before, so it shouldn't take too long. Is that right? Sorry to call you over here on short notice, Katra. It's alright. It's a lot easier for me to link up with Rosette from here. As a high-level Marduk concierge, I'll do my very best to provide support. I'm looking forward to working with you. So, we also got a lane on the sticks as well. Preparations are complete on our end. It seems the auction's already begun. How can that be? What if someone else wins it? Just calm down. It's not going to be over that quick. We'll win it, make our deposit, and then reverse hack the culprits when they try to withdraw the money, right? Well, geez. We're throwing... Alright, well, I guess part of it... The client has already volunteered to cover the expense, but I'd still like to keep the bid as low as possible. Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, this is going to get really expensive for us, isn't it? Then we got to find a way to draw this out as long as we can. Now's the time to show what we're made of. Please, I'm counting on you. Edgeworth General Trading Co.'s confidential database is up next. It's currently at 45,000 Mira. Rosette, Katra, how's your progress coming? We have completed the analysis of the financial system. With 5 more minutes, we should be able to put together the surveillance routine. Theo and I are in the middle of our final checks. Maybe another 10 minutes. Gotcha. I'll draw this out as long as you need, and then win the dang thing in the end, if I can, anyway. Bids must be in increments of 10,000 Mira, 5,000 Mira, or 1,000 Mira. Wait, what? What about the hacking minigame? Keep track of the bids of other participants and buy the data for as little as possible. Alright. There has been a new bid. Bid, Weathercock, 46,000 Mira. Bid, Damon III, 50,000 Mira. One bid after another. Looks like it's still got momentum. This might be a good opportunity to lose the people sitting back and waiting. At a time like this, we need to show them a reasonable raise. Alright? So 5,000. Bid 4 SPG, 55,000 Mira. That's our name? I don't know about that one. It kind of feels like naming... Well, I guess it's not as on the nose as naming ourselves Guild Request or something like that. But, like, how known are Spriggans and 4 SPGs? This feels like giving the game away a little bit. Bid Playboy, 60,000 Mira. 60 grand. The price is going up bit by bit. It's been going smoothly so far, but there's at least one person hanging in there. He's definitely got some momentum behind him. I get the feeling he wants it more than the others. It's still too early to push hard. Let's slow things down a bit. Okay, that means 1,000. Bid 4 SPG, 61,000 Mira. Bid Playboy, 65,000 Mira. This is exactly the response we're looking for. He's really hanging in there. This Playboy may be a serious problem. But this ain't a contest we can lose. We'll just have to keep pushing. Is this a direct message? Huh? Something up? No, for now we need to stay focused. Mr. Arkwright, I finished my preparations. I'm ready too. We can go at any time. Roger that. We've only got a little bit of time before the bid ends. Time for a last splurge. All right, a small bid now could cost us. It's time to go big. And that means 10 grand. Bid 4 SPG 75,000 Mira. Final countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, come on, please work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, you've won. Well, all right. Honestly, I feel like they telegraphed which ones to pick pretty nicely. Uh-oh. You did it! With this, we've stopped the information from leaking. Don't you think you're jumping the gun? Right, we still have the reverse hack to execute. The win is just one part of the operation. The real work starts now. Still, for the moment at least, well done, Mr. Arkwright. By the way, it looked like something was worrying you just a moment ago. That direct message, yeah. You got a message from that troublesome account, didn't you? You mean the Playboy person? Yep, right before the last bid. Let me give it another look. Playboy, are you the rumored Spriggan? Yes! See, the 4SPG thing! Oh my gosh. Wait a second. How do you know who you are? Right. It doesn't look like we were hacked. Is it possible they knew the meaning of 4SPG? Interesting. Maybe I would make a pretty good Spriggan, because it doesn't seem like that much of a mystery to me. Nah, this guy stopped bidding at the end. He knew he was stopping when he sent that DM. In which case... Van opened the DM window and typed a reply. 4SPG, same work. Okay, so I've been wondering this for a while now. Like... Yes! Be careful of attacks from these addresses. So other Spriggans, I've been really curious about this, because it doesn't seem like Van originated the Spriggan line of work, and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for people to be posting them. Okay, like, there's always a justification as to why there are 4 SPGs on offer whenever we go to a new place, but like, other Spriggans, I've been wanting to meet other Spriggans for 2 games now. Attached to Playboy's DM was a list of multiple addresses. Just in case, Rosette put some guards in place against these addresses. They might have some anti-hacking measures in place too. Can you handle those, Keksha? You got it. I just need to modify a part of my tracing program. It's about time to make the deposit. All you, Bassett. Right, I'll deposit the money right now. Good. Let's start phase 2. Time to get that reverse hack underway. With that, they began reverse hacking the culprits. They ran into a cunning, sophisticated trap and even encountered a fierce counterattack. Oh, I guess not. Oh, okay, well. I've encountered another trap. The number simply beggars belief. These guys have prepared some serious countermeasures. Van, if this keeps up... Yeah, I know. There's a chance we won't succeed. If only we had some sort of insurance. Playboy, use this as a special vaccine bot. Your opponent is a former member of the most infamous hacking group. Stay sharp. This isn't the first hacking group that we've come across. Like, these guys were around back in Crossbell, but I don't know about group. They normally were solo operators. Keksha, incorporate this into your intercept system. We'll handle impeding the payment, Rosette. You focus on the reverse hack. Understood. Delete dummy addresses and traps. Perform parallel analysis on block 28,000. Found it. But this is... They're using access points on the expressway and are constantly in motion. Okay, so this is a mobile operation. that mean we don't know where they are? They're being exceptionally careful, like they're used to this sort of thing. Their group is likely dedicated to crimes on the orbital net. But they cannot be on the move. Uh-oh. God dang it. Kicked over my setup. But they cannot be on the move forever. And besides, it would appear we have another weapon in our arsenal. Let's push it through. After that, the group continued to put pressure on their mobile opponent. Eventually, they managed to force them to the Aubert district. The target is currently using the access points in the Aubert district. It took a while, but we finally managed to contain them. The trap to hold them in place appears to be working. They won't be going anywhere for a while. Looks like you two really had to pull out all the stops there. Nice work, Kaksha, Rosette. And now, thanks to you, we've got the chance we need. Let's head out. Time to take control of the situation directly. Get in there and do what Spriggans do best. Earn 2 SP. Yep, from keeping the price as low as possible. Though, honestly, it feels like... if we bet... I wonder how large the what do we have to go to? The Aubert district. Because if you blast through with 10k Mira every single time, you'll end up at 75,000 anyways. But maybe Playboy keeps pushing it even further past that, if you do. So, I'm glad we didn't. And it looks like... yep. This must be our culprits. A black land carrier, huh? Don't see those around too often. You think that's them? Rosette, can you look into it? Yes, there's no mistake. They've attempted to obfuscate it, but their orbital net protocol, their OP address, matches the culprit. Oh, okay. So it's OP address instead of IP address, because it's not internet. Then it's finally time for them to pay the piper. That's one way to put it. It'll definitely be a pain if we let him get away. We'll use the car to block him in. Elaine, are you ready to move? Yes, I've already arranged for the vehicles. We're ready at any time. Then let's begin the arrest. Alright. See what we got. Hey, are you still having trouble? Shut it. These guys know what they're doing. They've laid out branches across every access point along the expressway. Just who are these guys? They're the guys blocking you in. Hey, you guys got a minute? Don't tell me it's... and yep. Nowhere to go. Watch out! We're surrounded! Are you freaking kidding me? How did they find us? Damn it, I'm not getting caught like this. Oh. Oh, he had a nasty three-point turn. I gotta respect it. Did our endgame come up a little short? Guess it can't be helped. Time for a fight. The drone. Rhymes? Oh. Oh, wow. What's going on here? We managed to capture them. Well, more like incapacitate them, but... it appears they really were the criminals operating on the orbital net for Almada. Yes, we'd captured them before, but since they didn't have any real charges against them, they were released after 6 months. Well, it's a good thing it really was these guys. This would have been a very awkward conversation if they were the wrong dudes. Who would have thought they'd start spreading ransomware again once the heat died down? It appears they've even rebuilt their old hacking system. With such high specs and cunning design, I expect Melchior was behind it. That explains all the twisted stuff they were doing. But now all that exploitation's gonna be put to rest. How can I ever repay you? Thank you, all of you! Our computers should be back to normal now, right? And none of our data got leaked, right? Yes, we were able to recover the restoration key from the culprit's computer. We can use it as soon as you'd like. It was more trouble than anticipated, but it looks like it's a job well done. About that. There's one other thing I have to confirm first. The cooperative mystery account that kept getting in the way. That was you, wasn't it, Playboy? So Rhines is a Spriggan now! You know, honestly, that tracks. It suits him as a line of work. And it's cool that there's somebody else out there that we know is doing this stuff. Oh, you noticed? I guess the nose of yours is worth its reputation after all, Spriggan. He certainly looks like a playboy. That drone would make you... Please, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Rhines, and ostensibly I run a drone shop. I'm more or less a contract employee of RNA Securities. RNA? Rhineford and... someone else? As you'd expect, my help was enlisted by Eggsworth General Trading Co's upper management. Upper management? Oh! Uh-oh. RNA Securities? They specialize in cybercrimes, don't they? Yes, that's what puts them on the map. Their headquarters are based in Liberl. Upper management? Wait a second! I never expected the Spriggan and I would try the same approach. But everything worked out in the end, so let's just leave it at that. Though, and it breaks my heart to say so, I will have to make a full report, including details about how the system was breached. They'll find out? What should I do? They'll fire me for sure! That's part of why he asked us for help. What should we do, Van? Good point. I mean, this whole thing is pointless if he ends up fired, right? In a tight spot here. What should we do? Have him come clean himself, have him feign ignorance, make a deal with Rhines. Yeah. Look, making a report is just part of your job. But I don't see any reason you'd have to include my client's actions. Huh? Oh my. Do you intend to poke your nose into my work too? Nah, I'm just making sure. Reporting on the source of the virus is definitely a part of your job. But reporting what a certain employee was doing on his computer at the time is, strictly speaking, unrelated. You're not wrong, but failing to report something I learned in my investigation will leave a bad taste in my mouth. And is there even a reason why I wouldn't report all of my findings? Here's an idea. What if we were to remove ourselves from the equation? It'd reflect poorly on a well-known security company if they were bested by some unknowns. You're an interesting one, aren't you? But I don't really care about how it reflects on us. That said, I did get to see your ability and your potential up close. And I think we can form a cooperative relationship. How about we settle on that? Really? I'm not really sure I like how that played out, but this is par for the course for fixers. After that, the group said their goodbyes to the grateful clients and resumed their activities. I actually kind of like that. Rhines and Van, as Spriggans both, they've got an interesting dynamic building up. While they weren't looking, Rhines disappeared, and a certain orb mail was delivered to Van's Zypha. It was fun, Spriggan. Let's do it again sometime. P.S. This is a little thanks from me. Hope it helps. The delivery drone delivered vitality droplet ×3.
That's a wrap.
As sale fodder, sure.
Confirmed.
Yeah. Dang. So the law option is always at the top, the gray option is in the center, and the chaos one is at the bottom. Oh. A scene with Rhines. Now that we've finished off this gig, it's time to get ready for the real deal. I can leave Crossbow to my younger brother. Younger brother? No, right? Rhines is his first name, so who the heck? Well, okay, well, I guess. But it's time I unraveled everyone's movements, which all seem to center on the Republic, from Ouroboros to Thors and everyone in between. Just to make sure nobody's gambling with the future of the continent. So, Rhines is actually still up to his old deal, and you know what? It actually really freaking suits him. Like, he was doing the same thing back in the Crossbill games, and he was doing it solo too, actually. So yeah, that tracks completely. He's still up to his same old shenanigans. Dierk Memorial Park. This place is always so peaceful no matter when I come here. If not for the monsters that pop up every now and then, it'd be perfect. Let's get this done quick so I can cast a line or two. If you want to fish after, that's all well and good. But don't forget we're doing this for the safety of the guests here. And of course, everything we do is for the people. Gotta make Sheena proud. And now in we go. Head deep into the park. Go ahead and get some, see what the... Oh! Or not. It took us right frickin' there. Okay. Might as well, I guess. A fearsome foe is prowling around. Let's get to exterminating.
Watch it. That one's big.
Death Scythe Rush. Holy! Alright, that wasn't supposed to happen. Insta Death Bloater. Okay, how about an attack surge? And then we'll revive her. We don't really have enough in the tank to do much else at the moment. Deadly Beam. Deadly Beam probably has the same death blow properties. Abyssal Flame, which they're weak to, but I kind of want to... Yeah, let's Twilight Kiss.
You got this. Finish him, Van.
Yeah, Van. Let's go ahead and show him what for. No one is weak to Desert Edge. So instead of that, let's actually just have him attack. Okay, and then he'll be able to use this last one, and it's got Blitz on it. The Death Blow. Oh my gosh. We have got to get these little ones. There we go. Whew. That is way too much dying. And you know what? We'll have her go in as well. And of course, we can't. This is going to do piddly damage. Okay, we got our own Death Blow in. Regen. Okay. At least now that it's 4-on-1. Let's go ahead and get some attack surging in. Can she impede? No. But Van can impede, so that's fine.
My chance.
Yes, it is. And can we get the side attack bonus as well? No. At least not from that angle.
Attack their weakness with an art.
Come on. Yes, okay. Might as well try to stack as much damage as possible, right? Another Deadly Beam. Holy, he double tapped. That shouldn't be allowed, but you know what?
Go for it, Elaine.
We've got another one here. Sure. We got one more turn of attack surge, and we can immediately re-up it.
Backup's here.
Go forth and teach them their place.
In we go.
Have some more.
No one is... Okay. Van is ready. Might as well have him go immediately in. There we go. Royal Fury. Regen again. What was that? 571 or 731? Something like that? Critical. Oh, crap. Let's hit the... Alright, let's hit the Zero Powder.
Yeah. Thanks. Shoot it.
Alright. Van is probably going to... Oh, I should have...
Gauge limit has been
I should have ZOC'd.
low health.
Okay,
Are you
never
okay?
mind. We're good. Let's eat this frozen cooler. And then she'll eat something that... CP plus 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Reset.
Oh, I could have... Alright, well, whatever.
And teach them their place.
Nice and sincere, thanks.
We'll have her...
Take them out.
Let's have her do her thing first.
Boost gauge upgrade.
I probably should have had her move backwards some, but... Oh well. Oh, I could have had... Okay, I didn't play that as well as I could have. I left a lot of freaking damage on the table. How's about... one of these, Parvu.
Thank you.
Alright, he buffed it. And Van didn't die! Wow. Alright. Double crit. The only thing we can really do is attack.
They flinch too slow.
A stun. Alright.
We can win this.
We can. Let's attack Surge.
Teach them their place.
Nice and sincere, thanks.
And then let's get in there.
Focus unleashed. Engaging skill.
Alright. Did not mean a ZOC.
Still more.
And that consumed everything. Well, that sucks. Alright, one of these for Van's trouble.
Yeah.
And everybody's on recast.
Here to support.
Not that there's much else we could. Oh my gosh. Van is chefed. No, okay.
You won't.
Just an annoying regen. She should be able to, yeah, Lord Ortis. There we
Here
go.
to support.
And still have enough in the tank in order to get in there.
Here's
All right.
Sucker!
Here's some extra.
It's barely not enough. We almost got this.
Low health. Are you okay?
Oh, why not? Let's go ahead and get that ZOC in there.
Here goes!
Pitiful.
Anyone? No? Holy.
You'll be sorry.
Zero arts. Okay,
Eat steel. I'll aid you.
no. The HP heal is too strong.
We can win this.
Alright, Van is down for the count, but finally.
Nice!
Okay.
Moving on up.
Oh, I'm sure I could do better. I can do even better.
Firestorm. Oh ho
That's all,
ho.
folks.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Alright. And yeah, we're hurting for Law. But the Law options are always so like I just don't like picking them. Oh, right, these. Aaron learned chili shrimp tacos. That sounds delicious. Noodle dish. Aaron learned brothless don don mian. Elaine learned fresh baked chi boost. And in lieu of being able to put anything...
Very well made.
Oh, I guess
Love me a sugar rush.
not really much we can do. Just keep eating and eating.
I'm stuffed.
Strength plus 8?
Love me a sugar rush.
Oh, okay. It's the other way around. Arts attack plus 4 to everybody. Okay. And so we'll also... Yeah.
Good stuff. Shock one up. Shock one up.
Alright, cool. And now all that's left to do is to go ahead and pay our girl on Yes a visit at the Old Bear District. See what she's been up to. Oh, but I should probably, I should definitely cook at some indeterminate point in the future. Armis School Festival 1209. Yeah, fun times. Ah, the memories. A shame I missed out on the festivities this time around. Sounds as though it was quite the event. I hear it even surpassed the likes of the festival Van and his schoolmates put together. That's quite the feat. I hate to admit it, but yeah, they outdid us. The bar's risen so high, the four-eyed kid's gonna have to jump the length of a skyscraper to clear it. Wait, back up. Bearguard, from the way you said that, one might assume you personally attended the Artemis Academy Festival of 8 years ago. Did he? Was he scoping out Van even back then? Huh? Is that true? Yeah, he was there, though we hadn't met at that point. Oh, okay, I guess not. He just happened to come by while he was in the capital. On day 2, right? That's correct. I rather had a good time, too. And that play you wrote was the event's crowning jewel. The Story of the Calvardian Revolution was its title, no? Young Elaine's performance as Sheena was as captivating as it was impeccable. Impeccable? Didn't Van write it as like a comedy? You're too kind. Why didn't you tell me about this, Van? Oh, hello, Van. Long time no smell. I know I've said this before, but thank you so much for all your help during the festival. The school said you'd be swinging by. Something about having business with the student council? If dropping off a little treat counts as business, then yeah. Sounds like they've had their hands full lately. Man, oh man, you don't know the half of it. But I'm proud of them. Not many students are willing to come in on a day off. Oh, and did I hear right that Miss Bright is going back home this semester? Things are only going to get tougher for them if so. Just one more boulder in their path they'll have to climb over. Yep, get over that barrier even when you're in Calvard. But he's like, we've wrapped up all the Forest BGs here. Now's as good a time as any. This dude is super friendly. Visiting the student councilman will trigger an event that will slightly alter the state of the Aubert district. And I'm sure Van will say something slightly different if we hadn't done everything. Yeah. Mind if we head on in? Of course, you're more than welcome. Here's your permission slip. With that, you'll have carte blanche to go anywhere you like. Chatting away. Wow. This guy sure is being awfully friendly, right? Oh, he's always been like this. People used to call him a bit of a flirt, in fact. I can see why. All right, and so now we've got our run of the place, huh? Good old Aramis. These hallowed halls. Student council room.
Albert, come on. It's not an LLC. It's an LLP, Limited Liability Partnership.
Right, Albert?
Seriously? Ugh, I swear, there is a special place in hell for whoever named these things this way.
Right, because like, what the heck is she talking about? I didn't know that was a thing.
I found the data from last year, so I can take care of that list. I've gathered some documents that might help. Sending it to your terminal now.
Oh, Towa's in there.
Thank you.
Damn, they're stressing up a storm in there.
Sounds like.
Whatever they're doing, it must be really tough.
I imagine they're creating a vendor list for supplies the school needs, for clubs and the like.
Don't they have administration to do stuff like that?
Revising it ever so slightly every year is always the student council's first assignment.
Okay, that sounds more like the administration puts it together and the student council revises it.
Yep, I remember that. Renee made use of it all the time back then.
I bet putting it together is harder than it sounds. Wait, that other voice. I swear I've heard it before.
You have indeed, if you've been keeping up with the Trails series.
Yes, I recognize it as well.
And now? Yep.
I'm really sorry, you two. And I apologize for taking up so much of your time, Miss Towa. And this turned out to be much more of a hassle than I expected.
It sounds like they're going through it, yeah.
Don't sweat it. Still, it's crazy to think Ren did all this by herself last year.
She's a superwoman, all right. Although, I did hear her saying she wished she had delegated these things to us more often.
Maybe so that this situation where we're running into brick walls wouldn't have happened. So, like, she'd give us a bit more guidance.
Seems even the girl who can do anything still has some key lessons to reflect on. Oh, you think that's them?
Is that you, Van? Please, come in.
Alrighty then.
We've got the goods.
Sup? Sounds like y'all are hard at work. Oh, hey, Miss Herschel. Been a while.
Yes, far too long if you ask me.
There she is. NGO member and temporary teacher at Artemis Academy, Towa Herschel.
I see you brought Elaine with you too. Wait, aren't you?
It's probably Bear Guard she's reacting to like that. I'm sure Gaius has told her a bunch about him.
Bear Guard Zeman. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance at last, Miss Herschel. I've heard many a tale of your NGO and Thor's exploits. I had hoped our paths would cross someday.
I'm honored, truly. Gaius has told me so much about you and...
Wow. Gaius definitely left a good impression.
Easy, easy. Let's save the introductions for later.
Deploying emergency supplies to the front lines.
Yes. What we're all here for. Well, what we're here for. They're so hard at work.
Did someone order a summer Andalusia tart? No? Well, it's on the house.
Yes! Ooh, baby, that is just what the doctor ordered.
Thank you so much. I was just thinking I could use some brain food.
I know as well as any how taxing student council work can be at times.
So we're here to help.
Now then, shall I brew you all some tea? Oh, no. You don't need to go to all that trouble. I can handle that much, no problem.
Don't you already have a lot on your plate on Yes? Just let her help out. But, alright, well. Everybody's having some. It does look pretty good. If there's one constant in this universe, it's Andalusia bringing the sweet, sweet goods with its exquisite limited summer menu. And if there's another constant, it's student council work being a total pain in the neck. You're telling me we're facing way more issues with our vendors this year compared to last. We didn't want to bother Ren, but despite our best efforts, we ended up needing to rope Miss Towa in. Again, I'm really sorry. I hope you weren't having to miss your flight for this. Her flight? Oh no, I still have plenty of time to catch it. Don't you worry about a thing. Wow. This is like encroaching on her flight? Besides, I wanted to help out. She must only have a few hours. Besides, I wanted to help out, even if just a little bit, to make up for my being out of the city during the break. Oh, does that mean... Now that I think about it, Fee was telling me a little about this. You're headed to that part of the country, yeah? To meet up with Reen and the others. Right, you did meet some of my colleagues at Marduk's headquarters, didn't you? Admittedly, I can't really disclose much, this being confidential work and all, but I'll be gone for around 3 days. So that's how long we're going to be in control of Reen's party. Gotcha. I don't mean to get you to say something you shouldn't. Can't go breaking NDAs all willy-nilly now, can ya? I heard you met with some of Towa's acquaintances from Thor's at Marduk's headquarters. And that one of them put out that request on behalf of the Epstein Foundation. Yeah, Altina was it. Like, Altina was it, not Altina was it, question mark. Yeah, that was Altina, a super pretty girl with a cool, mysterious vibe. That vibe does fit her. Like, Altina, even, she's what, 17 right now? The cool, mysterious thing, well, she's still a little sister, though, so she's not a big sister, cool, mysterious vibe. But you can be a little sister and have a cool, mysterious vibe, I think. Well, she's living proof of that. Her destination appears to be the same as the Ashen Chevalier, rather, the Divine Blades. Okay, so it's gonna be a regular reunion. This stays between us, but that's where Fee is headed as well. Wow, okay. Yeah, they're all grouping back up. Makes you wonder what all these top bananas from the Empire are doing here. A little off topic, but I've been wondering something. Has everyone at school been hyped lately? About Project Startaker, I mean. Hyped would be putting it mildly. I mean, this is mankind's greatest achievement in the making we're talking about here. The boys in particular have been going feral. It feels like everyone who doesn't have a T-phone is clamoring for one now. Yeah, so they can watch the live stream. Man, the couple was 7 years ago. The girls aren't quite foaming at the mouth levels of hype, but since a lot of them are into astrology and stuff, there's still excitement in the air. Wait, what? But there are no other planets. How can you be into astrology? Wait. No. Oh, astrology is constellation based. Or it's not even that. It's like the astrological signs and all that birth chart reading stuff is based on how the Earth is moving through the constellations? Either way, I guess it sounds like there being no other observable planets around is not an impediment. What? I'm gonna have to look that up. What the heck is going on with astrology? But that's not important now. I'm way freaking off topic. And what's more, several are looking up to Major Amelia as a role model. Which is fair, because she is wicked cool. Apparently, a screen is going to be set up in the auditorium so the students can see the launch on the day of. Wow. Really? There was an official notice about it from the Department of Education. Wow. I hope every other school in Edith is also getting a private viewing. Probably not, though. Of course, it's perfectly alright to be excited, but lately I've noticed more and more kids showing up to school sleep-deprived. Some even had to call in sick during finals. Miss Matilda was awfully worried about the whole thing. Really? I hadn't realized. Seems I still don't have a good grasp on the issues plaguing our student body. But that doesn't include the second years, right? Maybe it's only the first years that are affected? Maybe. Oh.
Sounds as though you have company. I take that to mean you arrived at a good stopping point?
And that's Ren herself. What up? It's you, Ren. Nah, afraid not, but we did make it to the halfway mark at least. Yeah, in no small part due to Miss Towa carrying us the whole way there. That's not true at all. All I did was prepare a little paperwork. You guys did most of the heavy lifting. You seem a bit tired yourself, Ren. Would you care for some of the dessert the others brought in? Very much so, thank you. You needn't worry about the tea, however. I can prepare that on my own. She's very particular about her tastes in tea time. Sounds like you've been a busy little bee lately. I suppose I have been buzzing around here and there. The issue with the school's orbital network has occupied much of my time today. The school's also been having an orbital net issue? Well, I guess it wasn't anything too grand if it didn't get us involved at any point. Ah, that reminds me, Miss Towa. Shouldn't you be leaving for the airport? You'll miss your flight if you don't leave soon. Yeah, she's playing with fire right now. Oh yeah, not to worry. I should have plenty of time as long as I take the subway. Subway system hit with delays due to orbital circuitry issues? Affected areas, Albert District? Welp. That's not good. Don't you have to make it all the way to Edith Airport? Yes, I do. Maybe I can still make it if I take a different route. I am so sorry. This is all my fault. No, it's not. Don't blame yourself. As long as I catch a bus or a cab, I'll be fine. According to my taxi booking app, it would take approximately 20 minutes for the nearest cab to arrive. Dang, Orbital Uber is... Actually, you know what? It kind of makes sense that taxis wouldn't really have a lot to do in the school district. Yeah. Well, did someone call for a Spriggan taxi driver? We'll get you to your destination lickety-split. 0 wait time guaranteed. Van is so freaking cool, dude. I just really like him a whole lot. The Legend of Heroes trails beyond the horizon. Dang, we're squished in there.
I'm really sorry, you guys. I didn't mean to put you out like this during your work hours.
No, the subway going down in the middle of the day would have caught anybody out.
Wow, though. I've ridden in this car before, but I'm only now realizing how nice it is. The seats are so comfy.
I'm sure Van spared no expense. Aren't they? I'm glad someone in this truck's got good taste. I actually just made some modifications around the wheel housings and... Oh, goddess. Anyone have earplugs? A friendly advice, be careful bringing up cars around the boss. Get him going and you'll never hear the end of it. Vanna's like, I was saying something. She's not exaggerating either. Van really needs some new hobbies, doesn't he? Wow, thanks guys. What great friends I have. He's like, the bullying must end. Your assistants just know you inside and out at this point.
Agnes was right. You guys really do have a great working relationship.
Don't they? You can feel the love.
Even though you were all raised in different places, you gel together so naturally.
I agree. It's a real... Oh, what's the turn of phrase? It's something worlds. It's a real when worlds collide sort of thing going on. There we go. We do? Yeah, we gel like the best of them. Oh dear. As a least employee for Marduk, I'm not certain I know how to feel about that assessment. Don't fight it, Rosette. You're part of this one big happy nest as well. I mean, we get along fine enough, I guess. But I'm a Spriggan. You know, the kind who will take the tough jobs nobody else wants. I've got my hard-boiled image to protect here. Please, Van's been a mother hen for 2 games now. Says the cake and ice cream addict. As is plain to see, it can be difficult for the young to tell apart their idealized and actual selves. If I wasn't self-aware about it before, I sure am now, master! It's a little odd being lumped in with this group now. What about you and your friends, Towa? You seem to have a strong relationship with them as well. Yes, it's the exact same story for them.
Yes, that's definitely true. We went through a lot together in school after all.
So freaking much.
We may have all went our separate ways after graduation, but we'll always be connected, no matter what happens.
And a lot has happened.
Believe it or not, they're a big part of why I came to the Republic in the first place.
Really? Huh. Towa. Not surprising to hear. You aren't really the type to sit back and play spectator when something's clearly going down. We haven't gotten to play as Towa a whole lot, but she'll definitely scrap when it needs to happen. I mean, you commanded an airship during the Civil War for crying out loud. Not to mention all the stuff you did during Jormungand. And now, you and your Thor's friends have expanded your operations to the international stage, for the sake of Zemuria as a whole.
Honestly, I think you're overselling my part in all this. I'm not doing anything as incredible as that.
I don't know if I'd agree.
But I want to be. And I know my friends and everyone else at Thor's feel the same way.
Wow, you Thor's people are in a class all your own. Quite literally. That's really beautiful. And you called our camaraderie impressive. Anyhow, I'm glad we had the chance to get better acquainted. Circumstances depending, I might be willing to take on a Forest PG for you guys. They're already working with the Foundation on the Grimgarten at Altina's request. Right, we're already working on, not under them, but with them, for them, that sort of thing. Naturally, the guild will be more than willing to assist as well, should fee require it. I would be all too happy to lend my support to any cause my youngest pupil, Gaius, needs assistance with. Hey, wait, can we not make like 50 commitments at once here? He's like, we gotta sleep at some point, people. Seems forming connections such as this is Mr. Arkride's specialty.
Definitely. Thank you all so much.
Of course, we've got you guys' backs, because you've had our backs this whole time. Alright. So oh, it's not too far from the Sanctuary Marche. The Republic military base, we visited there at the start of last game. At least I'm assuming it's the same military base. An underground anti-immigration terrorist group. And you say they're operating outside the Republic as well? Though, with as much efficacy is unlikely. Yeah, though they don't have any connection to the space program that we know about. Be that as it may, this is an issue that's at the forefront of the Guild's mind. Have you heard anything in relation to that group, Towa? It isn't unreasonable to suppose you have, with Thor's extensive network of connections at your fingertips. Has she? Sounds like she has. Well, for one thing, I don't think this group has been active in the main part of the Empire, Liberl or Crossbell, so nowhere where there is a heavy protagonist presence. But, like the Guild has heard, the northeastern side of the continent is another story. Some of our friends were personally involved in some of the incidents that took place in Jiraiya, Northumbria. Wait, really? What kind of incidents are we talking about here? Honestly, from what I've been told, we don't know all the specifics. The first sign of trouble was over 2 years ago, when Jiraiya was in upheaval over a bid for independence. So this would have been shortly after CS4, maybe? They had been annexed by the Empire and were looking to become an independent state again, much like Crossbell and Northumbria. Yeah, this would have been after that, or at least the CS3-ish era. We've got, that's one of Reen's students who's also from Jiraiya. However, the people ultimately voted to keep it under Imperial rule. So like, it's like a Quebec sort of situation. It's not a permanent decision. The citizens will revisit this matter and revote every 10 years. Yeah, like Quebec. With so many divergent opinions being thrown around, local residents and other parties struggle to reach even that compromise. And yet, multiple small-scale terrorist attacks took place seemingly in protest of it. And of course, they're still paying for the Imperial sins even if the Empire has washed their hands of the situation for the most part. The collateral was minimal, and no one was killed, thankfully, but the people were shaken with fear, leading to further disputes. Things did settle down eventually, with an agreement ratified half a year later than planned, but the instigators of the attacks were never identified. So it might be them. Even now, our allies from Thor's are still attempting to track them down. Jiraiya. I knew it was in the northwestern part of Zemuria, but not much beyond that. Must be a slippery bunch if even the war heroes from the Empire can't get a lock on them. Right. It seems like when we're not actively in the driver's seat, things move a lot slower for the other groups. You claimed that was merely the first sign of trouble. I take that to mean more have arisen over these past 2 years? Unfortunately so. The next one involves the people who were unhappy with the agreement. Over the past half year, many of them have suddenly gone missing. Oh, that ain't good. That links back to what you guys heard. Indeed, although that there was a common thread among the victims is news to me. Could there be a similar trend in Remiferia, Northumbria, and the Free Cities? I get the feeling this might involve brokers for undocumented immigrants like the one we ran into before. And it's still... Okay, it still blows my mind that rather than like euphemism or fantasy equivalents, we're just straight up discussing undocumented immigrants, the actual term in its actual context. But isn't Remiferia a pretty wealthy nation? I wouldn't have thought they'd have issues with people having to enter illegally. They are wealthy, yes, but no matter how well off a country might be, it simply isn't possible to root out discord and strife completely. Fair enough. You get two people together and eventually there'll be an argument. The real concern is what's causing these people, however few they may be, to just up and vanish. This matter is already on Thor's radar. We want to make sure the situation doesn't escalate any further than it has. Good to hear you guys are all over this. Don't know what you guys are going to be up to over in Basel, but if you need any help, you've got my number. Oh, Van casually letting it slip that she knows where, that he knows where she's on her way to. Yeah, he wasn't supposed to know that. I appreciate it. So much for keeping the destination of my trip a secret. Guess that cat's out of the bag. Did Fee and the guild tell the guild she was coming with? Yes, she did. It sounds like Cactus friends will be helping us out a lot while we're there. Yes, Essie and possibly Yang. While I'm there, I really hope we'll get the chance to visit the observatory at least once. That's so? Oh yeah, speaking of that. Your grandfather was an astronomer, was he not? How did you know that? Is he that well known in the Republic too? His name was Alfred Herschel, right? Yeah, we read all about him. Doubt your average Joe would know him, but he seems pretty famous with people in his field. Yeah, we got the rundown on him not too long ago. You probably already heard some about this, but we stopped by over at Agnes's house earlier and go ahead and give her the full breakdown of what we observed. After Van finished explaining to Towa how her grandfather's name had shown up in Professor Epstein's diaries, they arrived at the airport. The group saw Towa off as she boarded the airliner for Basel before returning to work. Part of the Aubert district has been updated. Alright, well, no reason not to go, right? So she'll be able to go ahead and relay that to Reen and friends. What's the matter, Van? That look on your face tells me you're really hung up on something. Perhaps he is simply mulling over all we've learned now that we've visited every district on our list, Chardon notwithstanding. Coupled with the information obtained from this morning, he may well have grasped the larger picture, or picked up a scent, if you prefer. It might want to dial back your expectations a notch or two. I ain't gotten that far. I want to do a little more digging in a certain spot I thought we'd skip, since it doesn't have a bulletin board. But we got some extra time, so let's say we go check out the Blacklight District. Oh, right, that place! Been a hot minute since I've hit up that dump myself. Seeing as it's a seedbed for criminal elements, I only pay it a visit when the job deems it necessary, such as now, I guess. Do you expect to find something there? Aren't the gangsters, mafiosos, and Jaegers just bumming around doing squat? Or could it be possible you believe we'll find a lead on the disappearances there? Nah, fresh faces from other countries started popping up around town. We'd have heard about it by now. It's more, catching a faint whiff of something the shady characters down there wouldn't bat an eye at. And I want to see where that scent trail leads. Ah, that makes sense. In what way? I mean, they're operating on a different wavelength. None of the information gathered thus far could be considered alarming. However, with the root cause still unknown, proper risk management requires all potential blind spots be subjected to a thorough scrutinization. What she said. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Though that's not to say that finding the source of it in the Blacklight District is a for sure thing. It's whatever. I'm game if you are. Worst case, it's a free excuse to the little pants-off dance-off over at Mistress's place. Aaron, just... no! Let's just ignore him and take a look around. And hey, we might be able to scrounge up some other leads while we're there. In that case, I suggest we head straight over once the time is ripe. The Blacklight District has been added to the travel menu. Proceeding to the Blacklight District will advance the main story. Unfinished quests, connection events, and other sub-events will disappear. So, head to the Blacklight District. Is there not... There's a blue exclamation point. So this is the change that they were talking about. Should I head to the student council room? Yes. Probably to speak with Ren or something. Or... okay, she's here, but not... there's nothing special about... oh. So what's the change? Just that conversation? I guess it was just that conversation. Alright, well... All right, well, I guess that's fine. They did say a partial update, so that falls well within that. We're gonna go ahead, call it a part here. Definitely check out the Blacklight District. That's all gonna be next time. So join me then for more Trails Beyond the Horizon. Bye for now, guys.